Hey, I'm Bruce Cook, and just making a video reviewing sauce that I mentioned earlier today in my earlier video, doing an update on my progress on my plants. They're ready to be transplanted. Several of them are. I'm just waiting for the weather to warm up. But as promised, I have this hot sauce that one of my coworkers gave to me. It was actually probably a month and a half ago. And it was already open when he gave it to me. It was, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way full when he gave it to me. And I have used some of it, but I haven't used this in over a month. I was going to make a review of this, back when I first got it, but I put it off and then forgot about it because I really am not digging the taste of this stuff. It's, I don't know if it's too dark in here, but maybe you can see that. It's Hot Ones, Dragon in the Clouds hot sauce. I looked it up and found, I think it was like a couple years ago, that they were featuring this in their lineup on the Hot Ones show with Sean Evans. Now, surprisingly, even though this wasn't like near the top, their hottest sauces, even with my tolerance for spicy stuff, this kind of threw me back. It was pretty darn hot. I mean, if I put enough of it on my food, this stuff hits me in the mouth pretty hard, and it gives me it's giving me stomach cramps that feel similar to what I would get with like pepper extract. So, and I thought the taste was kind of disgusting. I'd have to like dilute it heavily. So that's why I haven't finished this or haven't made a review, because it's just, I don't know, nasty. It's a really weird vinegar taste. It's a ghost pepper sauce. I'm going to read the ingredients. Let's see. It's awfully small. I don't know if you can see that on there. I'll try to hold it still. Try it with the light and without. But I'm going to read it off. The ingredients are ghost chilies, white vinegar, salt, essential oils from mustard. I can't pronounce this. Xanthan gum, peppercorn, and oranges, garlic, mustard blend, and I don't know if I'm reading that right. Yugo juice or something like that. I might not be reading that right, but that's the ingredients. But like I said, this is Hot Ones, Dragon in the Clouds. I'm going to be eating a spoonful of this stuff. There's a few things I wanted to go over in this video, so I had to write them down so I wouldn't forget. I'm not doing the review like with the same setup as I did before. I'd be sitting on a futon, which I no longer have because it was falling apart. So I have my grow box where my computer desk used to be. That's where this camera used to sit. So I got my grow box in the way. I got a bunch of paintball clutter in front of the grow box, so I had to remove all that to feature my plants earlier. Put it back. I'm working at a paintball place every week. Between that and playing almost every week, it's just I feel it's too much of a hassle to keep putting this stuff away and pulling it back out several times a week. Like, my grow box is partially blocking my closet door, so I just keep this stuff out because I'm constantly having to load the stuff back up into the car multiple times a week. So it's just sitting there and everything's in the way. So I have this camera and the table I usually use to put the foods that I'm reviewing. I have the camera and a couple paintball boxes underneath, holding the camera up. So another thing I wanted to mention was I seen some comments in some of my other review videos of spicy stuff. People were commenting thinking that I was like faking how hot I thought the sauces were, or the peppers I was eating. They thought I was like holding back. See, yeah, you'll see me pant, some of my videos, but you gotta remember everybody's different. And when I give a sauce or something like a 2 or a 3 out of 10, and you see me panting, that's not saying anything about what I'm actually feeling in my mouth. Yeah, it's something that I may give a 2 or a 3, can cause me to pant because the stuff is hot. But that doesn't mean that my mouth is burning to where I'm really thinking it's like a 5, 6, or 7 or something like that. When and I'm trying to act tough and hold back. No, like I'm giving my honest impressions. There's been a couple sauces in the past that I felt like they peaked during the video, and I would only give them like a 3. And then a few minutes later, after ending the video, I've had some things like the right hand of doom, the doom sauce. It would climb. I've had some of them climb up to like a 5. And I mean, to me, like my count, my numbers that I give them may be different to me than they would be to somebody else. Like my 3 or 4 may be like a 5 or 6 to somebody else, and my 5 or 6 may be like a 3 to somebody else. Like what we're both feeling in our mouth. So we can't like just judge on what you think a 3 or 4 what would feel to you, and think that I'm feeling the same thing and giving the same rating. What I feel it is, like 1 to 10. But I wanted to clear that up. I mean, if you see me pant, that doesn't mean I'm trying to hold back and act tough. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try a spoonful of this stuff. I'm kind of nervous because this stuff has caused me capsaicin cramps in the past. Like, I almost swore that before I read the ingredients the first time that this had pepper extract in it. I don't taste the nasty, oily aspect of the pepper extract taste. It doesn't say anything about pepper extract in there anyways, but somehow this stuff does hit my stomach pretty hard. So I did eat right before I made this video, and I didn't put nothing spicy in my food, which was kind of cringy, for me to do that, because I'm putting a lot of my super hot stuff in my food every single meal. But I didn't want to compromise my tolerance. I wanted to get the full blunt of the heat from this stuff. And I obviously needed to eat right before I did this, so I got something to dilute it in my stomach, because this, I tried maybe half a teaspoon of this when I brought this home after my coworker gave it to me, and even that was enough to give me cap cramps. So I don't know how full I'm gonna fill this spoon, but I'll put a decent amount in there. Well, this stuff looks like crap. I'm gonna have to shovel some of this out. Like, I haven't used this in over a month, and this was already old anyway, so just give me a second. I'm gonna get some of this stuff on top out of here. Okay, I think that's good enough. I just shook it just to get that big clump off the top, because I'm gonna have to shake this up again. There's a bunch of this dried up. So let's see, what does it look like now? I got some on my finger. Well, it's a little more liquidy on top. I'm gonna have to just deal with that, but we'll see what happens. I just hope this doesn't just dump on the spoon. Come on, you. That's about as much as I'm going to put on there. That's a pretty thick clump. Like I said, I'm not nervous for most of my reviews. Even when I tried the 16 million, I wasn't too nervous, but I'm just about as nervous with this as I was with some of the really extremely hot stuff that I've tried. So this being, I can't remember if it was like halfway up the lineup on the hot ones a couple years ago. I like that Apollo sauce that I tried. It was like maybe a 2 out of 10 at best, and that was a whole spoonful. And this stuff hits my mouth way harder than that Apollo sauce. So it's just kind of odd, something that's not as high up on the list, or high up on the lineup. Like, at least for me, is hotter than like their number one sauce on that lineup, like the Apollo sauce. But here you go. Oh my god, that's so gross. I can taste the vinegar in this stuff. It's immediate heat. I can feel the heat like come out my nose when I exhaled. but it's pretty hot. That vinegar's really throwing me back right now, though. You could taste the ghost peppers in this. Like I said, I don't taste pepper extract, but there's some aspect of the heat in this that reminds me of pepper extracts. Just not the real nasty taste you get from the oil, you know. Right at the moment, it's a 1 out of 10, but that's what it felt like the first time I tried it anyways, and the heat climbed. I mean, this climbed up like 3 or 4 for me, like almost a couple months ago. Thank God. A lot of the heat is just on the top of my tongue. It's not bad. It's not really stinging yet. I don't know. It's making me feel like I want to, like I'm probably gonna sweat. Like I think I can feel sweat coming through. This time around, I'm gonna try to give it like a good 3-4 minutes before I end the video, in case the heat climbs, because I've ended my videos before, as I said, and then all of a sudden the heat started climbing more. So I mean, I usually include that in the description of my videos when I go to put my video together after filming, and I'd be honest and say if the heat climbed or not. Right now it's past the 1, like somewhere between a 1 and 2 for me. It's not. It doesn't seem like it's climbing as fast as it did before, but there's no guarantee I'm still not gonna reach a 3 or 4. I can feel my nose wanting to run. My eyes aren't watering yet, but it feels like that might be a possibility. They might water up. So we'll just give this a few minutes. I'm not sure what else to talk about at the moment. I do got some building to do outside. It's going to be after a couple months when my plants start getting bigger. I got to build on that grow house I made out back. I got to buy more lumber from Home Depot. I have to buy more shade cloth. I want to try to get a lot of distance between each plant variety, so I don't end up with a whole bunch of crosses. I will have one section where I'll have several of them next to each other, several different varieties, just to have fun and let them cross with each other. So I'll be putting spraying rosemary oil over those plants, because I did find it was rosemary oil I got in a combo package from the Rusted Garden with some plant maintenance stuff. And the rosemary oil, as it's supposed to do, it did attract bees to pollinate the flowers. So it did seem to work. So I'm going to do that and hope, they climb, fly from flower to flower on the different plants in the little area that I'm going to put them next to each other in, and get some cool crosses. But so far, the heat isn't. I think it might be a 2, but it really didn't climb any too much more than I did a minute ago. I'm just waiting to feel it in my stomach. I feel a tiny bit of tingling right here. It hasn't hit my stomach yet. I'm hoping the food that I ate will absorb most of it, because stomach cramps I got from this before, they weren't horrendous, but they were definitely uncomfortable, to say the least. I did just eat more this time around than I did when I tried a little bit on a spoon when I brought it home from work. My nose is running a little bit. I don't feel like I'm not like at the panting stage like I would be like with some of the other sauces, like the Doomed or some of those other extreme sauces I've tried. Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna climb anymore, but I thought that before, and it climbed. The sauces would climb, the heat would climb in my mouth after I'd end the video. It's got me. I'm just now starting to produce a lot of saliva too. So, I I gotta give it a couple more minutes. Like I said, I don't know all too much what to talk about while we're waiting, but I want to give this a more thorough review of this stuff. You know, tell you where my heat is. Oh, I didn't even go over what I tasted in this. I did say I tasted the vinegar. I taste garlic. I do taste the garlic in it. The ghost peppers definitely. I mean, you get the ghost pepper right up front. I mean, I did anyways. I tasted it immediately, so it's really good for that. It's just the vinegar is so up front when I try this when I eat this stuff that it's overwhelming. Like I can't use you know, common store brand or store hot sauces you get in the store like Frank's, Louisiana, Tabasco, because now that my tolerance has gotten so high, the vinegar comes through way too much, and it almost tastes like putting pickle juice on my food with a hint of the flavor of the peppers. And I can't stand sour stuff, so it was just this is just tastes too much vinegar forward to me. For me to want to put this on all my food. This would be a last resort if I ran out of all my other stuff, but I usually keep things like Reaper powder in stock. And, you know, I try to have a bottle of something extreme, you know, on hand at all times. I still have that 16 million that I had bought in like 3-4 months ago. I bought, I can't remember, it was like 4 grams of it from Gateswood Ranch, seller on eBay, and I got that actually off of his online store. So I don't use that too often because there's only certain foods I need to use it in, like soups and stuff. I like to put stuff like these other sauces I have on most of the rest of my food. So the 16 million isn't necessary, but it's been really useful for, like I said, soups. You know, I could put like 10 drops in a bowl of soup, and you know, if I eat soup like once every couple weeks, so it's like 3 or 4 grams that I bought. I think it was 4 because I usually buy 3, and I bought more the last time than I had bought in any previous time, so that's why it's lasted me quite a while. I'm feeling the heat has actually gone down. It's like at a 1 and dropping. I don't want to make this video way too long, so I'm not sure if this if the heat somehow comes back and builds. I'll just have to add it in the description, but there you have it. There's my impressions on the hot ones. Sauce Dragon in the Clouds. Again, I don't know if this is more visible on camera with or without the light, so but there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and when I have something new to talk about, I'll make another video. But until then, hope you enjoyed, and catch you then.